So, is Yelp worth it for business owners and local service based businesses? For some, in short, yes, it can be just to get your name out there. But as you can see right here, I have this pulled up, and this is just a person from Reddit who is showing that his message from Yelp showing he's going to be charged $177 or $78 for essentially when this guy messages him. Now, is this random pulled out of somewhere? It could be totally different in your area, yes. But the whole point is, and it's all based on competition and whatnot, but $177 for a lead is a lot, especially if they don't convert. So when you're looking at Yelp and these directories, you have to understand, yes, they are, the goal is for them to get you the lead. Otherwise, they wouldn't be a business. That's their job as the, you know, a directory or a go-to place where people can go. But they're much different than Google. You search in Google and you find them on Yelp. So it's almost like a filter that they're going through. It's like first come to Google, then come to Yelp. And if you can first be on Google, where most people are going to get filtered out because the more steps you add in, the more friction there is and the less people are going to do it. So if you ask them, they're going to say, "Oh, we have a bunch of people on Yelp or Angie's List that are coming through who want to come to your business." And they have a high whatever rate. I can't think of the right word, but not conversion, but retention or something. And while that may be true, the actual amount of people in that market who they are picking up compared to the market as a whole. So if we looked at a place like Phoenix, Arizona, you have the whole market of Phoenix and people who are going to look online. And when they say look online, that's either going to be Google, maybe AI these days. Nobody thinks Yelp. That's when they say I'm going to search online, that's what they're talking about. They're not talking about Yelp. So there's the people that are going to do that, search online, and then there's the people who are going to move through the friction point of coming through to Yelp, which is obviously going to be less, in fact, much less, because friction points cut off a lot of people, and it could be a lot of good people. So that's when you end up charging a bunch per lead when the competition is so high in an area. If the competition is not very high, then you could be on these directories, but you'd be better off just showing up organically because the competition is not high on Google either. So it's essentially for people who really don't know what they're doing and they just want to kind of offload it to a platform and they feel that that's better than, trusting a marketer because maybe they've had previously bad experiences, which is understandable. There's some bad apples out there. But to sum it up, it can be useful. It's certainly not the worst thing in the world because that's their business model is to get you leads for the best price. I don't know. That's up to you if you want to make that decision. But they're also not going to be very personable. They're also going to list your competitor there too if that means they're going to make a little bit more money. So there's some pros and cons. It's something for you to think about. I would definitely analyze where your values are at and what you're going to prioritize, whether that's growth, because you definitely aren't prioritizing growth on Yelp because they're only going to give you so many leads. And if you look at any major plumbing, electrical, anything local service related, they might have been on Yelp. They might still be on Yelp, but that's not where they're gaining the lion's share of the market. You can get started there, you can get some, but it really comes down to building a brand, building some real marketing material behind your business. And if that's something that you're looking to do rather than just kind of stay busy sort of here and there, that's really the differentiator. So it's up to you. You analyze yourself if Yelp is worth it for your local business.